Hey guys, good morning. This is John Phillips. It's Friday morning, about 9 o'clock. I've got a jetter job that I need to do today, right here on my circle. Guys had a lot of issues with this place stopping up. I believe the pipes really have no fall on them, and they don't get much use, so they tend to back up a lot. So I'm going to go over there. I got my jetter equipment. This is very small. When I got sick, I sold my trailer, my jetter trailer, and with all the jetter equipment. But I've got my camera. This is actually an extra this is a brand new camera. I got one up there on the top, and that one's been acting up a little bit. It does have a new camera and push cable, but sometimes it doesn't want to turn on for some reason. It's a little finicky. I bought it back in like 2006, so I've gotten good use. It's the same exact camera as this one, Gen I Junior, and it does a good job. But this pressure cleaner that I have for my home is 4,000 psi, and it pumps out 4 gallons per minute, and that's plenty of water and pressure for a residential house. You're not going to be, cleaning out 6-inch lines with this, but and I am in the process of getting another complete jetter system, portable. I think it's I don't know, it's a general, I don't know the number of it, but anyways, that's the plan today. I'm gonna go over and start this and get this guy cleaned out, and we'll see how it goes. I'll try to get some shots when I get there. And like I said, it's nice to have a big truck, because I can put shit like this on my truck and it doesn't take up all the space. And it's also nice to have a clean truck, so you can actually fucking get in here. Don't be afraid to invest in tools, my friends. Gotta have the shit. Time is money. Flat rate pricing. Get in, get out. And that's it. Ow. So my elbow, my bursitis, ow. My elbow's still a little bit sore, but I been reading a lot about it, and hang on. Yeah, I've been reading a lot about it, and what I did was I bought one of those compression sleeves, and they say don't just buy one for your elbow. You got to get the one that does your whole arm all the way down to your wrist, or close to it. That's what this is. But over the course of a week or two, it should go away, and I'll be happy about that. I had a little scab on my elbow and I picked it. I think that was the cause of the bursitis. And anyways, so that's the plan today. Camera and jetter service. And the camera just takes all the guesswork out of it, guys. If you've got a plumbing business, if you're doing plumbing service, even new construction, if you don't have a camera, you're at a disadvantage for sure. So even in new construction, all brand new stuff, people can throw shit down lines and break pipes, and you got to be able to see it. You can't be out there guessing, pissing up a rope, as I say, to find out out what's going on. So see if you can get yourself a camera and sell it. There's good money in it, you know. I know some of these guys down here getting $500-600 just to stick their camera in your plumbing system. So that's pretty good. Anyways, let me get up here. I gotta go do one little call and pick up a couple of things. I usually use my buddy, the guy I sold my jetter stuff to. I usually go and borrow that from him, at least the hose reel. And he's actually up in Michigan right now, thinking about relocating up there, wanting to retire. So maybe I'll get a chance to buy all my shit back from him. I don't know, but we'll see. This is the Suncoast Technical, nice big campus, and that's where they have the air conditioning school. It's actually, unfortunately, the class is full-time. There's 3 parts. Each part is 250 hours, but it's you know, it's like having a job. You got to go there in the morning, you get a lunch break, and then you go back in the afternoon. It's like 8 hours a day, and unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to do all that. I was looking for a night class, so I've got to do a little more research and see if I can get something. I'm not a big fan of like online shit. I like hands-on. I like being there and being able to ask questions, and no question is a stupid question. So if you got a question in your mind, don't be afraid to ask, and get an answer and move on. Anyways, yeah, I'm gonna head up here to Manatee County and pick up a couple of things, and then head back to my house or my street. Get this job going. Alright guys, so I'm gonna get this jetter hose, this new hose set up so that I can hook it up to my pressure cleaner. These heads are designed for 4,000 psi and 4 gallons per minute. I don't have any oil with me. Yeah, I do. But don't put any Teflon or pipe dope or anything on this. You need to keep these heads clean. You also need to have a go, no-go gauge or some means of cleaning these jets out, these little orifices. So anyways, I'm just going to screw this on. I'll be able to get it off. It won't be a big deal. You don't need to go so tight that it's a problem. If it leaks a little bit, it's not going to kill you. That's about it on that side. So next I need to hook up on the other end of the hose. I need to hook up the connection for my for the pressure cleaner. Alright, so I brought this other camera along with me, just in case the one that I normally have on my truck doesn't work for some reason. So, get the other camera here. And I just need to get this pressure cleaner off. Yeah. All right, so I've got my camera, my fuel, my hose, pressure cleaner. What I'm gonna do is this jumper, I'm gonna steal this fitting off of this jumper hose and just connect it to the jetter hose so that it's a direct connection. But I do like this. I'm gonna get some more of these and put that on there. Anyways, all right. Let's see if I can get that off. I'm doing good, my friend. How are you today?
Hey, can I give you a hand?
Sure, I like an applause. Thank you very much.
You're very welcome. You got that darn camera on again?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh. They broke the mold when they made me.
Okay. I hear you. I hear you. Oh boy, oh boy.
So, get you going here, I hope. I got so many tools, and then I can't find them when I need them.
I have that problem. What are you looking for?
I gotta.
Is it another crescent wrench?
Yeah, but I have it right here in this bucket.
Not a big crescent wrench.
Actually, I got it right here. Let me just use this pipe wrench. Now that I think of it.
Yeah, I got a big crescent or whatever.
Yeah, I've got a 2-footer right there, and every one in between.
Yeah. I hear you. Okay. Yeah, you got a bigger one than I have.
I don't hear that much.
No?
You got a bigger one than I have.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Always the comedian.
Yeah, always the comedian. Well, this darn Federal Reserve keeps raising interest rates to calm down inflation. Have you seen anything come down in price yet?
No, I haven't seen anything come down in price, but the only thing I know is my equity line of credit has gone up in price.
Yeah,
because
anybody
it's based on the prime rate.
A credit card, yeah, if you're not paying off your credit card immediately, you're gonna get it socked to you.
Yes, sir.
That's right.
That's how they gotta, they're pumping the brakes.
Oh God.
They gotta slow this thing down, but
well,
I don't know that much about economics on a global national scale.
Well, believe me, nobody does.
It seems that way.
I mean, inflation around the world is out of control.
I call it greed, not inflation.
Yeah, well, there is a lot of that. And nobody else in the world has the power of the United States.
Yeah.
The United States has as far as interest rates.
Hey, do you have a hose over there on that
Yes, I
side?
do. Oh,
Garden hose?
I have two.
All right, well, let's roll.
Okay.
Let's go over here and see what we can get into. So this is the house that I cleaned the the kitchen stack the other day, and he's been wanting to do this jetting. Actually wanted to do it this week. It is Friday. I did get here. He just had this guy installed. We lose power a lot. Hey, did this thing kick on the other night when we lost power? Nice.
Yesterday morning at 6 o'clock.
Good for you.
It took about 1 minute.
For it to kick on and the lights to come back on?
Yeah, 1 minute.
Oh shit, that's
maybe
pretty good.
Maybe less than that.
Wow, that's great, man.
Well, I was surprised it worked.
Alright, so this is the clean out I'm going to be going through. I'm going to get set up and I'll explain what I'm doing. Alright guys, so I've got the camera set up. I've got my clean out opened up. And I've got the lights on the camera set as bright as they can go. You can see they're all on, maybe one's out, but so what I'm going to do is I want to see what kind of condition my condition's in. So here we go. I'm gonna set this up. Okay, so this is the inside of the pipe, and I'm just going to run it through and take a peek at what kind of condition it's in. Make sure that this is actually necessary. Alright, so looks like we're in PVC, and this thing's clean. Jim? There's no water. Ooh, there's a brown trout in here.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Come here, look at it. Yeah, you ever see them? They don't have any.
Well, it's not a brown trout from Colorado.
Here, take a look in this. Don't bump that, but take a look in this. Look at this. Brown trout.
I don't know how it got in there.
I know how it got in there. Through a toilet. That's a poop.
Huh. Oh, well.
All right, so we need to get that out of there.
Wow. Well, we got...
See, this is the problem with 1.6 gallon flush toilets. Oh yeah, it's plugged up.
Yeah, you don't.
The whole pipe's plugged.
Oh, brother.
See, what happens is that 1.6 gallon flush is not enough to get the waste out of the house. So sometimes if you're using that back bathroom, you gotta flush twice. Alright, so I've got this pressure cleaner on, 4 gallons per minute. Those papers in, guys, heavily laden with all kinds of bacteria. This is where I'm at. That was a little rough spot there, so I'm just gonna work it a little bit. Alright, so this is a new hose on a new reel. So I've got to get it all the way laid out, and I'll get back on this. Alright guys, so I've got the jetter head right back here at the clean out. I'm going to pull it out. You can see these heads. Oh yeah. See how that works? It's like 5 or 6 little orifices, so clean this lens off. Alright, so I'm going to run the camera back through and see what it looks like. This is the inside of that pipe I just jetted. Okay. You can see it's very clean.
Yeah, that's great. Very good.
What I'm going to do is go all the way up, and we should get right to the base of that. Got a little bit of standing water, which is, you know, it's basically showing a belly or a low spot in the pipe. It's not a big deal, especially if you say you got one of those big old 3.5 gallon flush toilets.
Yeah, we got one. Well, my neighbor across the street, the people who live, who
Regals
built the house across where Eric and Mary lived. That was Ted Fritchie. I think I told you about it, where he was a pharmacist, but also sort of a contractor, and he really designed that house. And anyway,
all right, so I don't mean to interrupt you, but we're going to be, this is the base of the toilet.
Okay.
I can see the wax over here is the base of the wax and the closet bend. So what I'm going to do is just pull it all the way back out.
Okay.
Nice and slow.
Okay.
If you want, well, no.
What do you want to do?
I was gonna say flush the toilet, but it doesn't matter.
I can do that.
No, my camera head's clean.
I'll flush the pool bath one right now.
Yeah, okay.
That's easy.
Yeah, I want to see that water come through here. All right, so he's gonna go back and flush the toilet in where I think I am. All right, so he's going back to flush this toilet, and oh, I realized that the issue I was having with the screen was because I had my polarized glasses on. Imagine that. Told you guys I'm a lot dumber than I look. So he just flushed that. See it? This is the porcelain wax seal, and he just flushed that toilet. So we're in good shape here. I'm going to pull this thing back and see it? Anyways, I'm going to pull the camera back and you can see that the line is clean all the way out. It's got some, you know, it's holding water very minimal. I've seen systems that are in worse shape that work just fine. So this pipe's really, really clean. This is just the water from the flushing that toilet. The water is obviously on the bottom of the pipe. And I can see the water just flowing right through this clean out. He just flushed again. I just heard another toilet flush. So we should be getting a surge here. Here it comes. So I do colonoscopies on the side if, you know, you don't want to pay the regular price. If you're a cheap bastard. Yeah, I do this. I do colonoscopy. Whoa. See, now that's the inside of the cast iron clean out. The code down here is if you don't have 12 inches of cover over the pipe, you have to run cast iron. And you can see that this looks like a big crack in the side of the pipe. So this is going towards the septic tank. It's obviously holding water. So the next thing I'm going to do is run the jetter through there. Look at how nasty this is. See, Jim?
Yeah.
What happened here is when they put this in,
Yeah.
they didn't have 12 inches of cover over the pipe out here.
Oh.
And back then they were really enforcing the fact that you need 12 inches of cover on PVC, and if you don't have it, you have to run cast iron. So unfortunately, this little loop around there and tying into that other clean out is all cast iron, which I recommend. I thought I saw a crack on this first section, and I would recommend see this? See that right there? I believe that's a crack.
And that's in the cast iron?
Yep. We're gonna jet it. I'll jet it and see see what it looks like after we're done. Alright, so alright guys, so what that is there, that clean out is the plumbing for the addition. And what they did was they ran this pipe around here, around this corner, and tied in the septic tanks right over here. They almost put that thing right on top of your septic tank.
No, septic tank's over there.
Okay. Anyways, here's the clean out for the house, the main house. And this tie-in comes in here. And so I'm going to jet that cast iron. I'm going to open this up and see what it looks like. And then I'm also going to see what it looks like going up into the house, because that's the one that was stopped up the other day. So let me get a battery. Alright guys, so when you're jetting, if this were tied into the central sewer, city sewer, we would have had to dig that clean out up and dig a pit and jet all the debris into a pit. Obviously we didn't need it on that over there because it's cast, I mean it's PVC. But on this one, the cast iron, but we're on a septic tank, so that's good. We don't care. We just push that stuff right into the septic system. I'm gonna see if it just naturally goes by that. Alright guys, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going in through the clean out at the front of the house. That was for the original house, and I'm going to see what it shows. See, this is all camera must be turned around. Yeah, the camera turned itself around and was facing the other way. So anyways, this is going out to the septic tank, and I can see there's a little bit of debris. I'm going to go ahead and jet that. But what I'm most concerned is, you know, trying to find that tie-in for the other pipe. Obviously when you jet, you want to, you know, be downstream. Whoops. So it needs jetting. I want to just real quickly run this up into the house and see what it looks like. See the cast iron? We got lights out for some reason. Okay. Let's see. Takes time, guys, and it's all live, so shit. That's a bad joint. I should be able to pass right through that. Oh well, let me just run the jetter through. Into the house, old cast iron, and I'm just going to work it a couple feet at a time and then bring it back to the clean out and try to get it flushed real good, and then stick the camera in and see what I can reveal. Toilet. This pipe goes straight in and picks up the first bath, and that's it, man. I'm out here to do the other lines anyways. I was doing this just to see if I can get it in there. I would have run it through, but if he wanted me to do the whole house, what I would do is I'd run from the roof, I'd run a small cable out from the furthest unit away from this clean out, run a cable through the stack, run a cable through the stack out to the clean out, tape my jetter head to that cable, and then pull the cable all the way back. Sometimes I use fishing line so that once it gets back there, all I got to do is yank on it real hard and it'll break that line, and then I could jet the whole trunk line. But he called me out here for this other bathroom. He typically doesn't have an issue on this side of the house besides what apparently was the base of the kitchen stack. So that's gonna wrap it up here, man. I will stick the camera back in one more time going out to the septic tank, but I think we've got this place cleaned out and it should be good. All right guys, so I want to show you what this jetter looks like under pressure. Hopefully it won't fuck up any gas lines. So that's it. You can imagine what that does. You can imagine what that does under a inside of a 4-inch pipe. So we could turn the water off, Jim. We're all done, my friend. All right, I got to do a little more camera work, but for the most part we're done here. I jetted the line that he called me out for. I did a few extra things, but we should be good. And I just live around the corner, so if there's an issue, he'll be calling. Anyways, thanks for watching. I hope you learned something if you've never seen a high pressure jetter in action. And it's best to have your clean outs downstream. You know, if see where this second clean out is, if they would have put another clean out there where they tied in to this, there's going to be a connection under here picking up this pipe running that way. If there was a clean out right here, I could have definitely run the jetter through here, but there's no way. They could have a Y or a combo off of this where they tied in, and there's no way I can get my jetter hose around that corner. So an additional clean out. But if he has more issues with this, I'm going to suggest getting rid of the cast iron and just replacing it with PVC. Dig it up, throw PVC right in the same ditch. So anyways, this is John Phillips. I hope you learned something. Thanks for watching. Hit the like and subscribe button. And I try to keep it interesting every day, something different. And I hope you enjoyed it and have a great day. Thank you. It's Friday. Take it off.